It's raining tacos from out of the sky. Tacos, no need to ask why.
Just open your mouth and close your eyes. It's raining tacos. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the JavaScript podcast to round out season 3. Woo! Welcome, everybody, to an episode that I lovingly call Sport Band 2 Electric Scandaloo.
Dun, dun, dun.
Before we recorded, Nick kind of brought up that melody, and he couldn't figure out what that song is.
Yeah, I still can't figure out what that song is. I even tried Googling it during the intro, and I still can't find it. Because I remembered some of the lyrics, and it's not helping because I Need You, I Want You is a lyric in like every song ever, so it's not helping at all. It brought up Benson Boone, and it's definitely not Benson Boone, because not only is he about 12, and this song is from like 2004.
Oh, Jesus.
So it's definitely not him. But it's nothing like Benson Boone. It's like an EDM song. So,
boy. So, hopefully you figure it out by the end of this episode.
What's the last part of the episode? I remembered!
Oh my God, I remember it! And it was after the outro where we have already ended the episode. Wait a minute, don't end the episode yet.
Record again.
So, yeah, that's what we're going to be getting into today. It's Sport Band 2 Electric Scandaloo about sports scandals. And as you know, famously, sports doesn't have a lot of scandals. There's definitely not a lot of people with overinflated egos, especially if they get paid millions of dollars to play some games.
Never. Well, that was the trouble. So in my extensive time in, the National Football Museum in England. And,
you like football?
No.
That's crazy.
And, the NFL Hall of Fame and all the other places that I traveled to this week doing my research. I definitely didn't Google it this morning while I was still in bed.
You peer-reviewed it, you published it in a reputed... I don't know what I'm...
You sound like me trying to say inanimate, which we found out this morning I couldn't say that either.
A journal with a good reputation.
Exactly.
Taylor's version. Anyway.
Moving along swiftly.
Okay.
But there were so many match-fixing scandals to the point where it took me half an hour to find a scandal that wasn't match-fixing. And I was like, it's going to be boring if we do a whole episode about match-fixing. This is horrific.
This is the statistics of match-fixing. This is how we rig games.
Indeed. Although I will say, so interesting statistics. Reputation. Reputable statistic.
Reputable. That's what I was thinking of. I was like, reputation.
Reputariano, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But when do you think Italy made it illegal to fix matches?
Yesterday.
1989.
Yesterday.
Basically.
Yeah. No, Taylor Swift's birth year. That is very interesting. So, just
Italian football Taylor's version.
Yes, indeed.
Even then, it took them until 2006 to do their first investigation.
Oh, jeez.
Well, not first, but the first one post making it illegal.
Is there just too much money in fixing games?
No, it's because there was a culture where they thought that the lesser teams should basically move out of the better team's way.
Oh.
So they were like, well, if they're fixing matches for that, then why should we stop them?
Oh my God.
And it was like, that ruins the integrity of the sport. What's the point if the same 5 teams show up and win all the time? France, since they only have one team that will win any given season. Paris.
I mean, we all know that the mafia is all about, I think the American mafias are mostly Italian Americans.
Absolutely.
Like in stereotypes, the penguin, which is Batman's enemy.
Mia.
Yeah. He's like, hey, take it easy, sweetheart.
I'm walking here.
I'm walking here. So, the Italian mafia just kind of, expands that.
you couldn't think of what to say, so you just went hand gestures.
Yeah.
As if you were talking Italian. You were just like,
Mamma mia. Yeah, so it just kind of heightens, right, that stereotype that Italians are involved in the mafia, especially the soccer mafia.
Yeah, the football mafia.
Yeah.
I heard you. Don't think I didn't hear you call it soccer.
The soccer mafia.
Even though we had a conversation before we started recording about how it's not soccer.
Because everyone in soccer are suckers. Okay. 39 episodes. 39 episodes and still don't know how to
figure it out.
Yeah, still don't know.
Emotional damage.
Sure. Man, I can't believe we're already 3/4 of the way through August. Can you believe it?
I know, it's crazy.
It's insane.
It's crazy, that.
Yeah, I meant to bring it up at the start of the episode. But
It's fine. We've got a sporting chance for them to believe that this isn't the 2nd of August.
do we have like an allergy to starting an episode before 10 minutes is up?
Yes, so I'm trying to extend the... So speaking of sports, everyone's excited because the NFL preseason has started. The Premier League starts again in like a week, so I'm excited. Manchester United's going to win because we won 2 preseason games, so everyone's like, we're going to win the league, even though we're rubbish.
Literally the only time that I talked football to Nick was, I think, a few days ago when I was watching Community during the Valentine's Day episode, and John Oliver's character, Professor Ian Duncan, invites Jeff Winger over to his... he insists on having Jeff watch the Liverpool versus Manchester United game with him.
Which actually makes sense because John Oliver is a Liverpool fan. In real life, not the character. He is a real life.
Oh, yeah.
Which was so depressing when I found that out.
Why?
Because he's a Liverpool fan.
What's wrong with Liverpool?
How long have you got? And the only good thing to come from there was the Beatles.
Why would you have to mention every player and their mother and their addresses?
It's just what I do.
Why?
I mean, even look at the other thing that was associated with Liverpool was the Titanic, and it sank.
That's true. That's very true.
So,
anyway, let's get into
let's get right into the sports.
Yes, because I don't really care a lot for scandals. I'm not the kind of person who likes drama or gossip or anything like that.
What's up, Drama Roulette Nation?
Yeah, no, I don't like to be controversial. And Nick knows this. We've been involved in several work dramas, and
It's painful.
Yeah, and now that we're over it, it's kind of a peaceful time. We're making this podcast. We're not talking trash about any of our coworkers. Who said that?
You nearly missed the censor on that one. Jesus.
I know.
You make sure you listen to that part back because you nearly missed the censor on that.
Did I?
Yeah.
Did I? Did I not say name?
All right, you were better that time. But the first time you were very close to missing it. So
Okay. All right.
I can't believe you've done this.
you missed that one. So.
I pressed it. I clearly pressed it, but it just didn't want to play. All right, so how are we going to waste...
What the fuck, Richard?
How are we going to waste the next minute before we hit 10 minutes? We'll just get to the topic, please.
Fine, we'll
Yes,
do
sir.
something unusual. So I told Gerard that I tried not to make it all about football.
Okay.
It is going to be predominantly about football because that is my knowledge base. But we're starting off. I'm going to take you on a trip through time.
Take on me.
Take me on.
Yeah.
I nailed that note.
Take me out! Shit, I think I just pulled a muscle in my
Serves you right.
in my vocal cords.
If I didn't have headphones on, I think my head would have exploded.
I made my own squeaky voice.
So, how far back do you think I'm going to go?
To the invention of football by Dr. Elias Football in the year 1815.
No, actually. All the way back to 388 BC.
I knew it. I had a feeling.
Back to the original. Yeah, I've got a feeling.
Yes. Because sports has been integrated into humanity as far back as we can remember. It
Indeed.
is the time before phones were invented. Can you believe it? There was a time before phones.
That's a load of bollocks. It's never existed.
Yeah.
I quite clearly remember being in the Jurassic period where I had a phone.
Yeah.
It might have just been a tablet and I was imagining things, but I remember having a phone.
I do believe that a lot of people, especially Moses himself, was probably high when he imagined God handing him tablets with the 10 Commandments on it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's like Noah in the Ark. He didn't build it. He just called an Uber.
Yeah. And Moses didn't split the Red Sea either. Was it Moses? It was Moses, wasn't it?
It was Moses.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, before we get biblical rather
Yes.
than political,
He didn't split the Red Sea. He just saw a sidewalk and said, "This is now an ocean around it." It's like the floor is lava, but ocean. Anyway,
and you're saying Moses is high. Are you all right?
may have smoked. No, I'm just kidding.
I knew it. I knew it. I'm really put off starting. So, 388 BC, boxing bribery. In a 1952 journal article titled Crime and Punishment in Greek Athletics, Ohio State professor Clarence Forbes detailed some of the athletic scandals in ancient Greece. Including including a boxing bribery incident. That was very hard to say.
Boxing bribery incident.
At the 98th Olympics in 388 BC.
The 98th Olympics?
Indeed.
Damn.
So that means that they started in, what would that be, 410?
Something
BC?
like that.
Something
yeah.
like that, yeah. Eupolis of Thessaly
Okay.
allegedly bribed all three of his opponents to let him win, prompting games organizers to impose heavy fines on all four men.
Oh, what? So it's going to be like 3 silver pieces.
Well, the money, according to Forbes,
Okay.
was then used to erect 6 bronze statues near the entrance to the stadium, with inscriptions on 4 of them criticizing the men and warning against future cheating. So it was a monument to their failure.
What was his name? The guy who bribed them?
Eupolis of Thessaly.
Can you imagine one of the statues? It's like, Eupolis, stop it.
Stop it, Eupolis.
Yeah.
Eupolis, we've talked about this.
Yeah, we've talked about this.
There's literally a statue here showing why you shouldn't do this.
Yeah. So anytime he walks into that stadium, he just sees his name and he's just like, oh man.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah.
Bro, come on.
Yeah. Yeah. And then he tries to file it down so that the inscriptions are not as clear.
Well, it does remind me of, there was another, it wasn't a sporting scandal, but there was, I can't remember where in Greece, but there was this guy who had a statue, and the people of this town were pissed off at him, so they threw the statue into the ocean and exiled him.
Okay.
Well, then they got attacked by someone else and just started having all this bad luck. So they went to the Oracle and they were like, Oracle, why is all this stuff happening to us? And she said, well, it's because you threw what's-his-name statue into the ocean. So they had to go and dig it out of the ocean and bring it back up again. So, so maybe that was Eupolis of Thessaly.
Antipholus of Ephesus, yeah.
Bless you.
Yeah, Antipholus is a character in Shakespeare's Comedy of Errors.
Fair.
Yeah, I told you about it.
Yeah, sure. I remember
Okay.
everything that's happened.
Yeah. Do you remember a conversation about the financial state of 1780s France?
What, you mean the one that mirrors our own?
Yeah. So it's funny that we're
Emotional damage.
it's funny that we're still getting political on this podcast because we potentially are about to lose some portion of our audience because Spotify has started asking people for their government issued ID.
Oh, is this because of the thing in England?
I don't know, but
Well, because England just brought in a thing where you have to prove that you're the age that you are.
oh yeah. So Spotify users are leaving Spotify, and YouTube is potentially about to do the same thing.
Come to Apple Podcasts.
Yes, come to Apple Podcasts because it's the only good thing now, I guess. Google Podcasts is good too.
I didn't even know Google had a podcasting
Yeah,
thing.
Amazon Music. I mean, Jeff
Yeah.
Bezos,
Yeah.
but Amazon Music is good.
It's such
Yeah.
a shame that Amazon has taken over all of our lives.
Yeah,
But anyway,
it's not very amazing.
To quote our sister podcast,
Yeah,
we are not a political podcast.
we are not a political podcast.
So, coming
Yes.
further into the future, but somehow a flashback to a previous episode. So, in our Olympics episode, we talked about the 1904 marathon in St. Louis,
Oh God.
where there was so much tragedy because there was the guy that took the cocktail of strychnine and bourbon.
Okay.
There was the Cuban postman who showed up late because he lost all his money in New Orleans. The track was laid out with dirt, so people kept getting like their lungs. There was the guy who ate the poisoned fruit and like ended up throwing up in a field and hallucinating.
Yes.
So this is about the guy who won that race.
Oh boy.
Do you remember that guy?
Yes. I think he was like, he was in a suit, right? He rode a car and then he...
So he got in a car for 11 miles of the marathon.
Yeah. Was he the one in the suit or no?
I think so. I
remember there being like somebody in a suit and running
Oh
in a
no,
sweltering heat.
that was the Cuban postman because he came in his uniform.
Okay.
That was the Cuban postman, yeah.
But
So-
I specifically remember this guy getting into a car and riding out most of the marathon.
And that was why, so he was disqualified.
Of course he was.
And then I think there was another guy who was disqualified as well. So the guy who was hallucinating because of the strychnine was the guy who ended up winning.
Oh, damn.
But then the guy who came in fourth, which was now technically second because two people had been disqualified, was the guy who fell asleep in the orchard because he'd got poisoned.
Oh, God.
So what a disaster this race was.
Well, if there's a lesson to be taken away from all of this, right? And this is why this is marked as explicit, and this is why this is only for adults. Kids, it's good to do drugs. End scene.
Is it?
Because the guy who took drugs is the one who finished the race.
Yeah, but he didn't know who he was. He didn't know where he was, and he can't remember any of it.
Slow and steady always wins the race. And if that's
you're
slow,
on steroids.
Yes. Yes. But if you don't want to go the slow and steady method, you can always do meth, and then you'll be super fast.
Super fast, super fast, super freaky.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are you referencing Super Freaky?
I am.
He was a super freak. She's super freaking. Now.
So,
Okay.
now we're moving into the world of football.
What a
And
surprise.
this is one that is very close to my heart. Even though it happened 4 years before I was born.
Oh boy.
Legally, we're not talking about the
actual
Austriasic period.
Yeah.
But-
We're not talking about the day that you wrote in on the comment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I came in like a
I came in like a meteor.
Hey, that's the same amount of syllables. It
Yeah.
works. So I was born in 1990, officially.
Okay.
Which this talk about age will come up later because there's some age-related scandals as
God.
well. But so in 1986, so 4 years before I was officially born.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to not interrupt me on this one because it's something that really pisses me off, even though
Sure.
it happened before I was born.
Here, I'm going to mute
So-
myself.
Perfect. So in 1986, England was playing Argentina in the World Cup. Just remember, it was the quarterfinals, because I always say the semifinals, but it's the quarterfinals. And at the time, there was a player called Diego Maradona for Argentina, widely considered one of the best players of all time. I disagree, not because I am biased against Argentina. But, so in the 51st minute, Diego Maradona, who is quite a small man, especially by footballing standards,
Okay.
goes up against the goalkeeper, Peter Shilton, who is quite a tall man because he's a goalkeeper, and they're usually quite tall. And somehow he beats him to a header, which shouldn't really have happened.
What's a header?
It's when you hit the ball with your head.
Oh, okay.
So, as you can see from this picture, he does not use his head. He uses his hand,
What is this? Volleyball?
aka the hand of God,
Yeah.
to punch the ball into the back of the net. And apparently, nobody saw it. The referee didn't see it. The linesman didn't see it. He got away with it.
The Epstein files don't exist.
Indeed, exactly. There's nothing to see here. Move along. Just smile and wave. So, Argentina goes on to win that match 2-1. Because of that hand of God goal. And not only do they go on to win the match, they go on to win the whole World Cup. Because of that.
So how many times did this Diego character use the hand of God during the matches in the World Cup to win it?
Well, that was the only time. But the thing with Diego Maradona, he got caught up in drug scandals 14 times on cocaine.
I'm not surprised, especially considering, he used his hand in a game called football.
Exactly.
Which is very rich coming from me because I appreciate American football, which is largely using hands. Yeah. Yeah, so like that's very hypocritical coming from me. Yeah.
But it would be like, if, say, a wide receiver put the ball on the floor and kicked it on the floor.
Yeah. Well, but like imagine, oh my God, I just had this vision where like American football is actually football, and instead of using their hands to run the football across the field, they do handstands and instead have
kick it up.
have their feet grab the ball and then they do handstands and run across the field using their hands.
In all honesty, I would be much more impressed if they did that. I would be much quicker to get into American football if that's what they were doing, because that is amazing. If that's how they were going to play.
Yeah.
So yeah. So that is one of those things that still pisses me off, even though it happened 4 years before I was born. Mm-hmm. But it's because I don't like cheating, and cheaters should never win.
No,
and the
shouldn't.
fact that not only did Argentina win the World Cup, but Maradona was so lauded for it, is like, no, if you cheat, you shouldn't win.
And that's the thing too, is that it's so like out there, like it's in broad daylight, captured by a camera.
Yeah.
In 1986.
Yeah.
Right. Like there's not even like motion blur on that.
Yeah.
Like it's clear as day. Everyone should have seen it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, and especially, and this is another thing that frustrates me. 2 minutes later, because Argentina wins 2-1.
Okay.
Maradona scores what is considered one of the best goals in World Cup history. He goes around like 6 players. It is legitimately, and it pains me to say this, it is legitimately a great goal.
Oh, okay.
So he is capable of doing that, but he decides to cheat and punch the ball into the back of the net.
Do we think it's because that he doesn't have a shot against a 6-foot guy?
Potentially, but I think it's also because he's a cheating little fucking head who doesn't know how to do things properly, because he's a cheating. I didn't censor that one properly. Is that a swear word? I think it's a swear word, isn't it?
Can't believe you said that he's a... And his mother, too.
Yep.
Yeah.
One of these days, we need to actually make Morse code of something.
Yeah.
And even though we're censoring, it's like... How could you say that about Jeff Bezos?
Yeah. Here's an actual Morse code. It's the only one that I know.
What is it?
SOS.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be like, I don't know, the Morse code for the Eras tour or something.
Oh my God. I need to learn. That's not how Morse code works. Oh my God. Anyway. Morse code doesn't base it off of the melody of words.
Oh, it does now.
No, it doesn't. Okay. You were there. You met, is it his name like John Morris or something? Philip Morris? William Morris? Something
Philip Morris International.
Yeah.
That's the cigarette people. What are you talking about?
But he also invented Morse code. That's why it's so freaking complicated. Yeah, because they were smoking.
Have to go and make things so complicated.
Yeah.
So, from one handball to 2 more handballs.
Oh boy. Why do these men like putting hands on balls? We didn't use any of the spicy sounds in the last episode. So
had to make it happen.
Yes.
Had to make it happen. So, the first one, the second one, because we just talked about the first one. So, France versus Ireland. It's 2010. And they have gone to a qualifier to go to the World Cup.
Okay.
Because both of them were level on points in their group, which is crazy because you would think that France should never be anywhere near, on the level of Ireland. But Ireland had a great team. France were having a disastrous run. So
I don't even know how good Ireland plays. I just know that France sucks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But this was the time period where France was actually pretty good.
Okay.
They'd made it to the semi-finals of the previous World Cup. They were doing pretty well. So, but as is typical in France, they were having a revolution because the players were revolting against the coach. And
France having a revolution?
Never.
Unheard of.
Never.
Unheard of.
Never. So, in this match, it's gone all the way through regular time. It's 0-0.
Okay.
It's in the 119th minute.
Oh,
so
God.
It's 1 minute away from going to penalties. You know, you can't say whether France or Ireland would have won on penalties because it's penalties. However, ball comes into the box. It's about to go out for either a corner or a goal kick.
Okay.
Thierry Henry
Uh-huh.
brings the ball back into the box with his hand to stop it from going out, passes it across the box, and the French player scores into the back of the net.
Is there a video
To
of
send
this?
France to the World Cup and to knock Ireland out, to send them home.
And
It was caught on video.
Let me guess, nobody saw it.
Nope. Just, to be fair, where it was on the pitch, because every player was in the box because Ireland was trying to stop them from scoring. France had sent everyone up except for their goalkeeper.
Okay.
So there was many, many people in front of the ball.
Okay.
But still, someone somewhere should have seen this. And this is why they brought in video assistant referee, so that they could go back and stop these things from happening.
Okay.
But the balls to just, I'm going to stop this from going out of bounds with my hand.
With your hand,
It's
nonetheless.
literally the first rule.
Yes.
Is don't touch it with
Do
your
not
hands.
use your hand.
It's in the fucking name.
Yeah.
Football.
Yeah. But it's not even just limited to your feet. You can use everything
Yeah.
but your hands.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Could have used his books if he wanted to. Jesus Christ.
It would be called ball.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I didn't touch it. My balls did.
Yeah.
I just had 3 balls for a moment.
Yeah. Literally.
So we're going to go into the stylings of Luis Suarez.
Okay.
So in that World Cup that France qualified for.
Okay.
So we're going to another quarterfinal because everything seems to happen in the sodding quarterfinals.
Of course it does, because it's like the most intense game of all.
Apparently.
Right? Yeah.
Not the final, the quarterfinal.
Yeah.
It's the one that everyone
for
wants
some
to
reason.
win.
Yeah.
So it's Uruguay versus Ghana.
Okay.
So if Ghana wins, they're the first African nation to qualify for the semi-finals.
Okay.
If Uruguay wins, it's whatever, because Uruguay's won 2 World Cups. So
Yeah.
it's not that big of a deal. I mean, it is, because Uruguay goes to the semi-finals, but whatever.
Yeah.
So, again, it's level after 90 minutes. We go into extra time.
Oh, God.
Ghana has a shot,
Okay.
goes past the goalkeeper. So Luis Suarez, I don't know what he's doing in his box because he's a striker, so he should be up the other end of the pitch trying to score the goals. Leaps like a salmon and stops the ball from going in the back of the net with his hand.
Oh, God.
So, straight red card. So they did see it. Straight red card.
Should have put
Ghana
the
gets a
Monopoly
penalty.
reverse card on.
The Uno reverse card.
Yeah.
Like Max Fosh did.
Did I say Monopoly?
Monopoly, yeah.
Oh, my God. Uno reverse card.
So gets sent off. Ghana gets a penalty. Penalty hits the crossbar. Uruguay goes through because Luis Suarez saved the ball off the line. So,
See, a lot of people reference sportsmanship as being like this, gentleman's game.
yeah, chivalry.
Right, chivalry, where if you lose, you shake hand.
exactly.
There's that video going viral of Magnus Carlsen. You know him, right? He's
sure.
okay. So Magnus Carlsen, he is
Sounds Swedish.
I think he's Finnish, actually. Not entirely sure. He's from Scandinavia for sure. But yeah, Magnus Carlsen is a chess grandmaster, right? And he is typically referred to as the best chess player in the world.
Yeah.
Right. And he's been a grandmaster since he was very young. And there was this one game against somebody who's also a grandmaster, but like he's not quite on.
Was this the Russian guy? Because
No.
I think I know the story if it's going where I think it's going.
I believe it was an Indian guy.
Okay.
So Magnus Carlsen, I guess, was a little out of it, and so he lost to a checkmate to this guy, right? And then there was a famous meme of it because he slams the table.
Yep.
Right.
It is
And
the
then
one I'm
he's-
thinking of.
yeah.
Yeah. Refuses to shake his hand.
No. He actually shakes his hand.
Oh.
No.
So maybe there's
Yeah.
another incident where someone gets beaten.
Yeah.
Refuses to shake their hand and storms out of the building.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, but no, this is why I'm referencing Magnus Carlsen, because even though he slammed the table, right, and then he's pacing around like hand on his
Yeah.
head, right, like, oh my God, how could this happen, right? He still comes back and shakes his opponent's hand.
see, that's
Right?
the
He's
thing.
like, good game, and then he
Yeah.
walks off.
I have no problems with being emotional for losing.
Yeah, because he's been a
That's fine.
grandmaster for some 20 years.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm going to try and control what I'm trying to say here,
Oh,
because
God.
there are certain countries that I could point out here, but I'm going to try and not piss off any more
It's
countries.
and and your mother for some reason.
You hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
You hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
You're right. It is and Tina and still.
Little behind the scenes for you guys. I actually didn't say anything when I was censoring, but Nick did.
I did.
Oh my god, that just made it like 10 times better.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So those countries that I mentioned,
Okay.
so they have, and you can see that with Luis Suarez,
Okay.
because even though I didn't mention the country that he's from, they're another one, have that win at all costs attitude,
Yes.
and they're renowned for diving, for time wasting, for using their hands when they shouldn't,
Yeah.
for going in for ridiculously difficult tackle, like hard
Yeah.
tackles to injure people.
Yeah.
And it's like, first off, it's a fucking game.
Yeah.
Second off, if you can't win legitimately, then you don't deserve to win at all.
Yeah.
And that's why the Hand of God is such a perfect example.
Yeah.
Because 90 seconds later, he scores an incredible goal. So it's like, you have that in your locker.
Yeah.
Score legitimately.
But it's also another thing because, like, I don't know how being paid in soccer works, but I'm sure that if you lose a game and you don't make it to the World Cup, you still get paid
absolutely.
for how you played.
Well, and that's the thing. For a lot of these blokes that play, especially for, like, England and the teams that I mentioned that I'm going to try and refrain from pinning on them.
Okay.
But they're professionals. They
Yes.
play for, like, Manchester United and Barcelona and, big teams.
Yeah.
So they're getting paid upwards of, let's say on the low end, they're getting 80 to 90 grand a week.
Yeah.
So even if you play one game at the World Cup, you're still getting a payday.
In a
Now,
week,
if you've
I
got
earn like a millionth of that.
Yeah, exactly. Now, if you've got a team, say like Northern Ireland, who
Yeah.
very rarely qualify for the World Cup,
Yeah.
because they're a small country. They don't have the population to generate all the great players that all these other countries do. But they do occasionally qualify for things. But their players are playing for, like, I don't know, Belfast City and making like £100 a week.
Yeah.
Like, there was a thing. So when I was on Hyder's podcast, The Pavement Perspective, we were talking about the FIFA Club World Cup.
Okay.
And there was a team called Auckland City from Auckland, New Zealand, as you'd expect.
What? That's crazy.
I know, right? So the first game they played against Bayern Munich, an established, professional, not that Auckland isn't professional, but, and they lost 10-1.
Okay.
Now,
losing.
Yeah.
Okay, losing 2-1 in a football game
whatever.
is whatever, but 10-1
is crazy.
is actually
Yeah.
insane.
So, but the goalkeeper who conceded those 10 goals,
Yeah.
he's not a professional player. He had to take time off work
Yeah.
to go to that tournament.
Wow.
Yeah. And you
Wow.
see sometimes, so a country, San Marino,
Yes.
is a tiny little country.
Yes.
Principality.
Yeah.
They have a team. But so when England lines up, you've got like the goalkeeper plays for Everton, the right back plays for Manchester City, the striker plays for Manchester United. When you've got San Marino, it's like the goalkeeper is an olive oil salesman. The right back is an accountant. Like, and then you'll have one player that somehow plays for like the 7th division in France or something like that.
no.
They don't have teams, they have professions.
Yeah.
It's like when Iceland went on their run. Their goalkeeper was a part-time dentist. Their striker was a film director who had to stop directing his film to go to the World Cup.
Oh, boy.
Like, so,
Does that mean I'm destined to become a football player?
apparently for the Philippines,
Yeah.
you could do it. So that's what pisses me off, is like England getting knocked out. Of course, it's painful because I'm English.
No,
But
really?
for the players, it's not the end of the world. Obviously their pride gets knocked.
Yeah.
But they're not going to lose anything ultimately.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying is that, like, not only are you good enough in this game, like, to make it professional, statistics say that any professional sport is almost impossible to get to. I think the hardest one would be like basketball. It's like 1 to 17 million odds, right, of getting into a professional league. So you have to be like not only the best of the best, right, but you're getting paid a lot of money to do it as well. Right?
Absolutely.
So if it's not for monetary gain, if it's not, because you want to get into a more superior league, then what is the purpose? Ego?
It's because you are and just an absolute quit.
Yeah, ego.
Exactly.
That's how I would put it. I wouldn't word it quite as profanely as you did, but
Oh, I would. Especially with some of these players that we're talking about. And especially because, shall we continue with Luis Suarez?
Oh, we shall.
So, Luis Suarez. So, how many times do you think is appropriate for a player to bite another player?
I'm sorry, like bite?
Yeah.
Like teeth
Like-
bite?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. You had to demonstrate on
Yes.
me, didn't you? And that sounded really weird, especially when people don't see that how you demonstrated
I went
it.
full Muhammad Ali versus... Oh, not Muhammad Ali. Mike Tyson versus Evander
Oh,
Holyfield.
no.
His ear is on the floor.
Yeah. My bloody ear is on
Yep.
the floor. Literal bloody ear.
Literally.
Yeah. I think that would be, I don't know, 0 times. Like
You would think so.
Yeah.
So, as the saying goes, fool me once, shame on me.
Yeah.
Fool me twice, shame on you. Fool me 3 times. He's done it on 3 separate occasions to 3 separate players.
Biting?
So in 2000, I think it was 2009, he was playing for a team called Ajax in the Netherlands. And I was watching a video of this earlier, and someone described it perfectly. He went full Nazi zombies and like went towards him. I actually hit the microphone. I
Yeah.
didn't mean to do that. But
Can we like hold up a mirror to Luis Suarez, see if he's a vampire? Like,
well, and then he did it again at the 2014 World Cup for Uruguay against Italy.
okay.
And then he did it again when playing for Liverpool against Chelsea.
Oh, God.
And the one against Italy, one of his, because the Italian player is going to show the referee and like pulls his shirt down. So one of his teammates comes up and pulls his shirt back up to try and hide because the camera zooms in and there's teeth marks. It's not like he nipped him. He went like...
Is it like, did it ever get so bad that there's not only teeth mark, but blood?
I think the first one, there is actually blood.
Jesus Christ.
It's very hard to tell because the camera angle's not very good. But the other 2 are just teeth marks. But still, the fact that it's happened 3 times.
See, I'm not even worried anymore that he's a vampire. I'm worried he's a cannibal.
Yeah.
And like he's just acting on his urges at that point.
Yeah. Although I will say, it's not funny, but there was a really funny meme that came out after the 2014 World Cup. And you know the ASPCA, you know, the in the arms.
Oh, God, okay.
So someone put up a thing and it was like, for £1 a day, you can help Luis Suarez get the food that he needs to stop biting people.
But it's just not the same if it's not fresh human meat.
Apparently not.
Yeah.
So,
So,
we're going to shift gears.
okay.
Does the name Tonya Harding mean anything to you?
That like she sounds so familiar, but I never remember what sport she plays.
So, in 1994, Tonya Harding, who was a figure skater,
Okay.
and there was another figure skater called Nancy Kerrigan.
Okay. Oh, that sounds familiar too.
So,
I may have heard of this one.
I'm going to read this whole thing from
Okay.
USA Today. Well, by the way, the article I've been reading mostly has been USA Today. So
Okay.
shout out to them.
How about USA Tomorrow?
Well, when this episode comes up, it'll be USA 3 weeks from now.
Yes.
So, cheating incidents in sports rarely involve acts of violence, but this one did. In a brazen assault, a man named Shane Stant attacked top US figure skater Nancy Kerrigan with a baton after practice.
Oh boy.
The twist, it was revealed that Stant had been hired to attack Kerrigan by the ex-husband of her main rival, Tonya Harding, in hopes that the injury would prevent Kerrigan from competing in the national championships and the 1994 Winter Olympics. So she was forced to pull out of the national championships, but recovered and won silver at those games.
Well, good for her. Yeah. Right. That she still won silver. But okay. Let me think about this for a second, because figure skating is such an elegant sport.
Yeah.
You know, you got people skating figuratively.
See, I'd rather watch literal skating.
And you know, you got like these twists and like it's basically like ballet dancing on ice, right? Not belly dancing, ballet dancing, but on ice. I mean, sometimes there's belly dancing.
I mean, they have a move called a pirouette.
The pirouette.
I mean, a pirouette is not something that you expect to be attacked by a baton for.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
seriously.
This woman stole my pirouette. How
could
so
you?
I'm gonna.
You bitch, you stole my pirouette.
Sounds like pure wet.
Pirouette?
Yeah.
Purebred?
Pure bread?
Talking about the bread superpower from last episode.
I don't know. But yeah, so oh my god.
Yeah.
Like that'll be like, because in ballet there's a thing they do to their ballet shoes where they break them in before they use them if they're brand new. Basically they destroy them. They like, you bend them so far that like one of the heels comes out, and then they cut that heel out, and then they break in the shoe, which is the hard part that they use to go on point, right? And like they even make ASMR videos of it because like it crunches.
Then that means that your shoes aren't being very well made if you have to break them in.
Well, because
Like I got a new belt last week, and it was a pain because it's leather.
Yeah.
But I didn't hit it with a hammer or something like that. Like,
Well, here's the
Jesus
thing.
Christ.
Every ballet person has different feet, okay? And it
Of
needs,
course.
so they have different routines on how they do it. I mean, sure, somebody in ballet could theoretically just wear them if like it perfectly suits their needs. But most of the time they have to reharden the box, which is, like I said, where their toes go so that they can go on point. They have to harden that so that there's more support by putting glue in there. Yeah, they do. And then they have to like shave off and stuff so that it grips better. I don't know why these shoes are still made this way if they have to break it so much.
What the hell is going on in the sport of ballet? Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So, so it's kind of like that when you realize that, this is such an elegant dance, right? If you think about things like Swan Lake, for example, right? Their moves are so like flowy, and then you see the behind the scenes where they're like trying to break in the shoe, and it's like they're slamming it.
Bash, bash, bash.
Yeah, they're slamming it onto the railing, onto the floor, onto the sweat drop down. They're ballet slippers.
They just to their shoes.
Pretty much. And so it's insane to me that they do that kind of thing. But yeah,
Well, speaking of how could they do this thing?
how could this happen to me?
So, in 2000,
Okay,
at the Paralympics.
BC.
Nope. 2000 is in
BC.
25 years ago. AD.
People were alive 25 years ago.
Some of us. Unfortunately.
Okay.
Perhaps one of the most shocking and oft forgotten cheating scandals
Okay.
took place at the 2000 Paralympics involving Spain's intellectual disability basketball team.
Okay.
The team won gold in Sydney, but was later found to be fraudulent, with 10 of the 12 players faking their disabilities.
Why do I have a feeling I've heard of this before?
Yeah, it's quite a bad story. And so I've definitely heard of this one before, but I also think it's happened again.
Isn't there a scandal at the Paralympics also? I don't know which team it was, but basically, like, I don't know if they were like, what's that, like, where they row the boat?
Row, row, row your boat gently downstream.
Yeah, but like, yeah, but like it's an Olympic sport where they have
Kayaking?
to row.
Whitewater rafting.
No, whatever it was. There was like a scandal there where like the people who are supposedly mentally challenged were not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would you do that? Like,
Yeah, the
I know that
Paralympics-
Cartman did it in South Park, but if Cartman does it in South Park, that is not how you should be living your life.
Well, which came first, Cartman doing it on South Park or the Olympics, the Paralympics?
I don't know, actually.
When did South Park come out? Did it-
96.
Oh, okay.
But
So-
that doesn't mean it was one of the early episodes.
Yeah.
Because I don't think he'd eaten Scott Tenorman's parents by that point.
No,
so-
I don't think so. Scott Tenorman's parents being turned into chili was really the defining point
Oh,
of
100%.
South Park.
And then making their son eat him.
Yeah,
Eat them, rather.
yeah. But yeah, so it's crazy to me because the Paralympics is already, it's supposed to be encouraging people who are disabled to be able to participate and like feel the way that able-bodied people feel when they win a sport, right? This is what the point of the sport is. Yeah. So like just so you can cheat, you bring in people who are not actually mentally challenged. That's up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a crazy outing. Like,
And not only that, it's also insulting to the abilities of people who are disabled.
right? Absolutely.
Because they think that they would need these people who don't have any disability.
Oh, they're not proper athletes. We can get in there and do this, that, and the other because we're so cool. It's like, no,
Yeah.
F you f***ing asshole.
Yeah. Because, okay, do they think that, like, because it's basically like if you're bullying somebody who's younger than you, right? A little kid, because it's easier to bully them and you know you're going to win every single time. You're just pathetic at that point.
Exactly.
Right? Imagine a grown man yelling at a kid, giving insults to him and like freaking like, I don't know. I don't want to.
I don't have to imagine. I played Call of Duty during the the mid 2000s.
Oh God. Yeah. So just imagine how sad it is, right? Now imagine somebody who can definitely take on disabled people because they are not disabled, right? And feeling like getting all the victory and like getting all the medals and like liberation. That's just sad.
Yeah.
More than anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I don't think even your own ego could replenish how sad that is.
Yeah, I don't know how people live with themselves with that sort of thing. Like
are they proud of that? Do they ever talk about it? Or do they even know that they're playing against Paralympic athletes?
Oh, of course they do. That's the whole reason they've gone in there.
Oh, okay.
Is to take advantage of it.
It's sad.
Well, let's move on to another one.
Okay.
Do you want to go back to football or do you want to go to baseball?
Let's go to baseball.
So in 2019, a team called the Houston Astros.
Oh, God, I'm familiar.
So do you know what sign stealing is?
Sign stealing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the mile marker 420 getting stolen every single time.
So then they had to put a rock there.
419.9.
Oh yeah, that was
that.
It's the one in England where there's a town called Shitterton.
Okay.
And the sign kept getting stolen, so they paid for a ton boulder to have their name carved onto it so that people can't steal it. God. So
never underestimate the power of wanting to own a sign that says
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I've got all of them upstairs.
Okay.
Anyway.
Including the boulder? Jesus.
Yeah. I'm surprised my house hasn't collapsed.
Damn.
But so sign stealing, so the catcher will make a sign
in the right
to say exactly. No, this one's is it the crease? Is that what it's called? I don't know if not baseball. But they will signal, like pitch number 1, or which is a fastball. Pitch number 2, which is a curveball, or, try and get a ball rather than a strike. Whatever it is, they make the symbol.
Okay.
So the Houston Astros had a 2-part plan.
Okay.
One of them is very technological. The other one is like cavemen.
Is it like adding a cork inside the bat?
No. So that's a different type of scandal.
Okay.
So this one, what they did was they had a camera focused on the catcher.
Okay.
So that when he made the symbol, they would know what was going on.
Okay.
And so that's the technological part, because they had this high-def, zoomed-in camera just on him the whole time. So it was being broadcast to the dugout. So then what they were doing was on one of the trash cans, they'd start smashing on the trash can to signal what was about to happen.
This is like cartoon stuff, like ding, ding, ding,
exactly.
ding, ding, ding.
So the Astros would bang a trash can to signal to their teammate that a breaking ball was coming. I don't know what that means. Or not bang it to signal a fastball.
Okay.
And they won the World Series in 2017 using that tactic.
Like I said, this is very cartoony, where they just bang. Okay, how did not a single person catch on to their what they're doing?
2 years before they investigated it.
How did not a single? Oh, this guy's just randomly banging a trash can.
It's not happening every time.
Yeah. Oh well, let's get back to the game. And it's like, oh look, it's the Houston Astros. Is that the same guy banging a trash can? Huh? Must be cuckoo.
Oh well. They figured it out.
Yeah. Yeah. What? They keep winning because that guy keeps banging on the f***ing trash can? Right. Oh well. That's just how the Astros do.
Oh well.
Oh well. How did it take 2 years to even just launch an investigation?
Yeah.
It should have taken less than 2 games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they ended up getting their title taken off them, apparently.
Yeah, deservedly so. I mean,
So here, I see that we're at the 52-minute mark.
Yes, we are.
So we're going to go through 3 remaining football ones.
Okay.
So, if you were going to match fix and you were going to set a scoreline,
Okay.
what would your scoreline be? Like, if you were going to match fix?
I definitely would know what a score line is.
The 1-0, 2-0, 3-0.
Oh. I think
Score of the match.
Okay. I was like, score line. No.
Like, if you were going to try and make it believable.
If I want to make it believable, I'd probably go 1-0 because that's like most of the matches.
So, it's safe to say that you didn't play for the Nigerian football teams of Plateau United Feeders
Okay.
or Police Machine FC.
Police machine.
Because, Plateau United Feeders beat Akerba FC 79-0.
Is there even enough time to make 79 goals?
Apparently. So, while Police Machine FC demolished Bubiyaro FC 67-0.
How did they think that they weren't going to be so incredibly obvious? Even that 10-1, right, is already... Even freaking that Hand of God maneuver scored a realistic 2-1.
Yeah.
Right? So did they think that they weren't going to get caught scoring? They would have... how many minutes is a typical soccer game?
90. So, two 45-minute halves.
So they would have to be making a goal in less than 2 minutes, less than every 2 minutes.
Yeah. So all 4
Good
teams were
Lord.
banned for life. As they should be. So, but
How did that even work? Because like I don't know how a football game starts. Is there like is the ball in the middle and they just go at
so
it?
you flip a coin.
Okay.
And whichever team wins the coin gets kickoff. So
And
the
how
ball
do
is
they
placed on the
divide
center
that
circle.
into like quarters? Do they divide it into quarters? No. Is there no break in between?
No, it's 45 minutes, then you have half time, and then it's 45 minutes again.
So so when they restart halftime, they flip a coin again?
No, you switch halves.
Oh, that's what I
Yeah.
mean.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'm trying to wrap my head around this, right? Because like as soon as they start the game, right, where they flip a coin,
Yeah.
right, and then like somebody would have already had to make a goal on the first second.
Pretty much. So
Yeah.
So what happens is kickoff. So referee blows
Yeah.
his whistle. Kickoff usually back. Well, 99% of the time backwards, because if you boot it forwards, it goes to the other team.
Oh,
so
God.
you're not really going to gain anything by doing that. So what they would have had to do is basically kick it back and then lob the goalkeeper, which does happen sometimes if the goalie's not paying attention.
I have a feeling that the goalie is on the same team that let them win. Yeah.
Well, it's not the only time it's happened.
Oh.
So shout
boy.
out to Bleacher Report for that one.
Okay.
We're going to go to the Irish Independent because it's the only bloody newspaper that reported on this, but I remember hearing about it.
Of course, it's called The Independent.
Yep. So, this is a scandal in India.
Okay.
So, 2 teams in the Goa Regional League.
Okay.
So, you have Kotorim Gym and Wilfred Leisure.
Okay.
So, they're going into the final series of games level on points.
Mm-hmm.
But Kotorim has a better goal difference. So, what that means is goals scored minus goals conceded equals your goals difference.
Okay.
And so if 2 teams finish level on points, they will take into account the goals difference.
Okay.
So that's why that matters.
Okay.
So remember, the 7 goal difference.
Okay.
So at halftime, Kotorim were 1-0 up against Sangolda Lightning. But then Wilfred, which was the team that was 7-0 up,
Okay.
they were 7-0 up in their game. Wilfred, which was the team that had the 7 goal difference, ended up winning 55-1, whereas Kotorim,
Okay.
it's a good thing they scored as many goals as they did because they scored 61 goals and ended up 61. So it's a problem in Nigeria and in India, apparently.
I believe the only way for that to happen without cheating is if the game lasted like 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that Quidditch game in the Harry Potter books where it went on for a month because no one found the snitch.
Yeah. No one could find the snitch. Yeah. Anytime, it's funny because anytime I go on Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey, there's a scene during that ride where we go onto the Quidditch pitch. And then the snitch just kind of flies in front of us. I'm always like, give me
mine.
it! Give me it!
It's mine.
Yeah.
Take me with you.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, I need that 150 points. Is it 150? Right?
Yeah. 150 points in the game ends.
Yeah, in the game
so you don't
ends, yeah.
automatically win, which is the crazy thing.
Yeah, but that makes Quidditch, or apparently in America, it's called quad ball.
So stupid.
That's the only time that I actually agree, because I like Quidditch better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, last one.
Last one.
So, this isn't about a game. This is about a player. So,
He's a player?
He's a player. He's called Ali Dia from Senegal when was this? In the 90s, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, 1996. Southampton had a manager called Graham Souness,
Okay.
who was a good player back in his day. But he got a call from this Ali Dia, and he said that he was the cousin of a player called George Weah, who's one of the greatest African players of all time. Played for Liberia, which is no longer a country.
Yeah.
But he wowed at the World Cup. He was one of those players. He played all across Europe.
Okay.
So no one decided to check out whether or not this guy was actually George Weah's cousin.
Oh, boy.
So they signed him.
Without checking.
Without checking. He called them up and said he played with George Weah. He was his cousin. He played in Paris with him. So he came to Southampton.
Okay.
And he played a game. He started the game as a substitute, so that means he was on the bench.
Okay.
So he came on in the second half.
Okay.
He didn't even make it through the whole second half before they took him off and realized that they had f***ed up.
I can only imagine, right, during the first half, right, this guy was playing, right, and then the manager of them, the manager probably wasn't aware of this, right, of him being signed, right, and so he probably came
he's
up,
the one that they called.
What?
And he was just like, oh yeah, okay, let's do it.
He probably made some calls too. He's like,
Yeah.
we got this absolutely
Dia?
fantastic new player. Apparently this guy's cousin.
Yeah.
It's like, he doesn't have a cousin that plays football.
No, of course he does. Of course he does.
Of course
He's got
he does.
to. He's got to.
Yeah. Are you sure you have the right guy?
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
And then he's like, wait a minute.
So he literally, he came on in like the 50th minute.
Okay.
Got taken off in like the 65th minute.
Okay.
Never got saw again. they sacked him on the spot. He went back to Senegal.
Yeah.
He never got seen again.
Yeah, because, okay, what year was this?
1996. So it's not even like it was the 20s.
Yeah. See, I would understand if it was like less than the 1950s.
Yeah.
Right? Simply because, like, I don't know when FIFA was started, but
early 1900s.
yeah, so I would understand if it was like 50s or 60s, because if it was started in the early 1900s, right, then it's understandable that they probably don't have a lot established, like stuff yet.
Or even
right.
like, in that time you didn't have computers. You'd have to write a letter to the Senegalese Football Association and be like, is this actually a guy? Like,
and then you would have to wait like until after the first game, the second, and then you would have to wait out an entire season.
Yeah.
But 1996, that we had Google by that point.
Or you could have just rung them up and been like, hey, this guy, is he actually George Weah's cousin?
Yeah.
Like, rung up Paris and been like, hey, do you remember having this guy on your books? Was he actually, you don't even have to ring up Senegal. He gave you the team that he's supposedly playing for.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
and yet, oh my God, did he use his real name or an alias?
It was his real name, but he changed it. Instead of a Y, he changed it to an I. So A-L-I instead of A-L-Y.
Okay.
But it's effectively the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, he misspelt one letter.
Oh my God.
So there's one last one. And unfortunately, I don't have because I couldn't find an article on this.
Okay.
But I kept seeing it appear. So there was this guy, I think this is in Nigeria again. Mm-hmm. He kept faking his age.
Oh boy.
So what he would do, so he said that he was born in 2004 when he was born in 2000. So he was playing for the under-17s when he was 21.
That sounds like pedophile behavior.
Well, no, what it is if you're under 17, you could be 15, you could be 16. So if you've got a 21-year-old who is fully developed,
Okay.
and you're, 15 and your voice hasn't quite come in yet, and
Yeah.
he's pushing you off the ball.
Oh, God.
So,
This is exactly my metaphor earlier with a grown man arguing with a child.
exactly. So, he won the under-17 African Cup of Nations.
That's just sad, man.
But
How
then-
do you not feel so awful about yourself that the only game you can win as a 21-year-old is a 17-year-old cup?
But then he did it twice more. Oh, God. Because after that, he signed for a team, but went in the other direction to say that he was older and therefore had more experience.
Did he
So
lose?
He put it at 1996 to say he was 28 instead
Okay.
of 24.
Okay.
But then he did it again to go back to being younger.
Did he? Is the reason why he went back to being younger is because he lost the older ones, or?
No, it's because people started thinking he was getting past his prime, so he
Oh, God.
back again.
This guy. Yeah. In your words, Nick, this fucking guy.
Yeah, this f***ing guy.
Yeah. Well, we have come to the end of this torturous
This is
episode
the edge of glory.
of glory. And I'm but yeah, so what's your question of the week, Nick, that's related to sports scandals?
Well, I mean, the obvious one is, what is the worst sports scandal that you've ever heard of that wasn't on this list?
I have a question. What scandal would you do and why?
Oh.
What do you think is realistic enough for you?
I would
do.
go the route of Ali Dia, and I would ring up Southampton and say that I was David Beckham's cousin.
You know what? I would probably do the same thing, right? But I would never follow through with it. I'd just call them for the sake of wasting their time and be like, hey, I would call up the NFL and I'm like, yeah, I'm related to Travis Scott.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. You see all
mean
these
Travis
Taylor's...
Kelce?
Travis Scott, Travis Kelce.
Wait, you're a rapper's cousin?
Again, lack of sleep. What is sleep? We don't know. So I would be like, I'm Travis Kelce's cousin. I'm a big fan of Taylor Swift too. I mean, it's obvious, right?
Right?
Yeah.
I'm the anti-hero.
Yeah.
So I would go the other way. So
Travis Scott.
instead of ringing up a team in England, I would ring up a team in, like, I don't know, Cambodia. And be like,
God.
oh yeah, I'm David Beckham's cousin. Oh, come on down. Come on,
Yeah.
yeah, of course you
Come
can
on
play
down.
for us.
Da-da-da-da. Yeah.
So-
the other one I would probably do is the Hand of God one, because I wouldn't know how to properly play soccer
What do you mean
anyway.
I can't hit it with my hand?
And I would just be there to troll, like Max Fosh. Using the Uno reverse
Uno
card,
reverse, yeah.
right? I would just be there to troll. So I would, the kickoff would start, ref would blow his whistle, and I would pick up the ball and just run it to the next goal and just toss it there.
Have you seen the second part of that one?
What?
So he pulls out, in the first game, he pulled out the Uno reverse card.
Uh-huh.
In a game a year later,
Uh-huh.
even more ridiculous,
Okay.
he gets another yellow card.
Oh,
He
God.
pulls out a portable paper shredder and puts the card through the shredder.
I don't play by your rules. You don't tell me what to do.
Take this with your yellow card.
Brilliant.
So-
Absolutely amazing. Well, tell us what your favorite sports scandal is.
Or which one you think you'd be able to get away with.
Exactly. Thank you very much for listening to the last episode of season 3. We will see you guys again in season 4. I hope I don't change the logo again.
He's going to change the logo again, isn't he?
No, I feel a little lazy right now.
When you texted me the other day with designs for this episode, I thought you changed the logo again, and I was going to be like, again?
No, this time I committed all the way through an entire season. So props to
Well
me.
done.
Right?
Congratulations.
Yes, indeed, sir. Yeah. So thank you very guys. Thank you very guys.
Thank you very guys for watching.
Thank you guys very much for listening to another episode. We'll see you in season 4. Nick, play us out.
It's raining tacos